There are still a lot votes to come. Next up is Kazakhstan and Janer Dugalova.
Good evening, Oslo. This is Astana calling. It has been an amazing show and I think all Kazakhs agree. We are so happy that Luina made it to the final. Go Luina! Okay, let's get to the votes. 8 points Kazakhstan gives to Sweden. Our 10 points fly over to Turkey. And finally, the song we all loved here in Kazakhstan, in fact so much that we gave it 12 points. This song is... What do you think? It's Ukraine. Good night.
Let's continue with Greece. Good evening, Nick Raptakis.
Good evening, Oslo. This is Greece calling. What a wonderful show tonight. All the songs were amazing. I think I'm ready to announce the Greek points between 1 to 7 period. You can see them on your screen. Let's see the Greek top 3. Well, 8 points go to Set Your Heart on Me, Sweden. Our 10 points go to our lovely neighbors, Cyprus. And finally, our 12 points from Greece go to the Netherlands.
Next voter is Romania and we say good evening to Inna.
Good evening, Europe. Good evening, Oslo. This is Timișoara, Romania calling. Thank you for this amazing show. We were glad to be a part of it. Now let's not waste time and go to the points. You can see our first points on the screen. Now let's see the top and most important points. Romania's 8 points go to the United Kingdom. Our 10 points are for Albania. And finally, Romania awards the top 12 points to Greece. Congratulations, Greece, and thank you.
Now we say good evening to Slovakia and Andrej Kiska.
Hello from the sexiest president. Look at my face, it screams out sexy and girls scream in pleasure when I walk in rooms. Don't tell my wife, she'll whip me. Eight points go to this flop called Czech Republic. 10 points go to the song that's not a flop but not a winner, Finland. 12 sexy points from this sexy face go to Ukraine. We're obviously winning, so please don't wait to celebrate our victory.
Moving on to Luxembourg and Rafael Stacchiotti.
Good evening, Europe. This is Luxembourg calling, and here you are our voting results. But before we skip to the next part, I'd like to point out that because I'm a very fancy person, I will love about anything. So 8 points go to United Kingdom. 10 points go to Russia. And finally 12 points go to Romania. Congratulations and bye.
Now it's time for Norway. Good evening, Linnea.
God Oslo, this is the host calling. I can say that everything was great and I hope the viewers thought the same. Now, let's get to the points. Here are the first 7 points from us. And now, our 8 points are for Romania. Our 10 points will go to Greece. And finally, our 12 points are for the great song from the United Kingdom. Congratulations!
Estonia is next. Good evening, Anna Saline.
Good evening, Europe. Good evening, Oslo. This is Tallinn calling. As expected, Norway gave us a spectacular show and one of the best Northvision finals. Good luck, traffic, and good luck to our winner of the evening. And now, the votes. Here are the first 7 points. We, the Estonians, hope that he will also come to Tallinn before he goes home. 8 points go to the wonderful Netherlands and Dotan. A new edition of our national selection is yet to come, and we need a guest of honour. Hopefully, it won't be Sadness, and it will be Jenny. 10 points are given to the spectacular Finland and Miss Vartiainen. And now, the Estonian winner. Can you guess it? 15 songs remained and 15 artists are waiting with the hope that we will give them this award, the 12 Points Award. But we will give 12 points to Vincent van Gogh's girlfriend. We give 12 points to another Anna, Anna F., and to Flawless Friedberg. Congrats Austria for such a great song. Good luck to the participants and especially to traffic. Kisses.
Moving on to the next voter, which is France. Good evening, Cour de Pirate.
Good evening, Oslo, Norway, and Europe. I'm calling you from France tonight, and I have to say that the country is not happy, and we want to show that to you. That's why we won't vote. We're not in the final, therefore you won't get our votes. Goodbye. I almost got you, didn't I? End of the joke. Here are the first French points. Let's move on to the French top 3. Our 8 points go to the impressive Polina Gagarina and Russia. 10 points are for the calm and relaxing Austria. And finally, tonight's 12 points from France are going to the amazing Cher Lloyd from the United Kingdom. Congratulations. Thank you.
It's getting more and more exciting. Time for the next voter. Good evening, Andorra.
Hello Oslo. These are the votes of the Andorran flop. Now we start with the first 7 points of our rating. Here are our 8 points. They go to Norway. Now we are moving on to the 10 points. Russia. You deserve them. And finally, the most expected moment in the empty streets of Andorra, the 12 points go to the United Kingdom.
Our next voter is Israel, and we say good evening to Moran Ashes.
This show reminds me about the year when I represented Israel at Miss World. They were amazing times, and I'm happy to be here in Haifa to give you the votes from my native country. 'Cause now I'm married to an Italian businessman, and I was too busy to come here in Israel. The show is amazing, and I would give 12 points to all of the songs, but unfortunately, the rules say that only one song can receive them. So here are the Israeli votes. Our 8 points goes to the 3 wonderful girls from Ukraine. We won't let gravity win, 'cause I've got a pocket with 10 points for Norway. Now, the only 12 points for the best song, which is a pleasure to say, goes to the Netherlands. Congratulations, and may the best win.
Next up is Lithuania, and we say good evening to the runner-up of the 6th edition, Karina.
Good evening, Oslo. This is Vilnius calling. It was a spectacular show. Congratulations on that. And now here are the points from Lithuanian voting. And now 8 points goes to Ukraine. 10 go to Russia. And finally 12 points goes to Yeter, Turkey. Thank you very much. Good night.
Next voter is Lebanon. Good evening, Nancy Adram.
Good evening, Oslo. This is Beirut calling. Thank you for such a wonderful show. We would like to say good luck to everyone, and may the best one win. Now, here you can see our first 7 points. Our 8 points goes to Shine Your Light, Switzerland's Anna. 10 points goes to Austria's Anna F. Friedberg. And our final points, 12 points, goes to our dear neighbours in the north, Turkey. Congrats, Hepsi, and good luck.
Let's continue with Albania. Good evening.
Good evening, Oslo. This is Tirana calling. Thank you for this evening, it was fantastic. Now, let's move to our top 10. The first 7 points are on your screen. And now, the Albanian top 3. Kazakhstan. 8 points. United Kingdom. 10 points. And finally, we set our heart on Sweden. 12 points.
Now we say good evening to Turkey and Hades.
Good evening, Norway. What a fantastic show it was. It was amazing. We are glad to be in the final for the first time. We wish all the artists the best of luck. So you can see the points from 1 to 7 on your screen right now. 8 points goes to the country that will try to join the rest of the civilized world in the year 2254. Switzerland. 10 points goes to the country that shares land borders with 7 countries: Russia, Belarus, Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania and Moldova. It's Ukraine. And finally the biggest points from Turkey. The 12 points goes to the country that won 588 Olympic medals. To Helena Paparizou, Sweden. Good night.
Next up is Monaco. Good evening, Princess Charlene.
Good evening, Europe. This is Monaco calling and I'm glad to present our votes. Here you are the first results from Monaco. Now, let's skip to the next part. 8 points go to the fabulous Estonia. 10 points are for the impressive Norway. And finally, 12 points from the Princess Charlene of Monaco, which is me, Gouda. The Netherlands. Congratulations!
Let's take another look at the current top 5 after 30 countries have voted.